All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are breaking down an absolutely brilliant scene from the ZTV drama Vasuda. It's a total masterclass in manipulation. We're going to see how one character gets completely pushed out into the open, while another one is secretly spinning this whole web of lies. And it all happens in one single powerhouse scene. So, let's get into it.
So the scene just kicks off with this single, absolutely devastating line. देव को तुम हमेशा के लिए खो चुकी हो. It translates to, you have lost Dave forever. Wow. I mean, that's not just a statement, right? That is a final judgment, a verdict being handed down. And with just those few words, the entire emotional battlefield for the scene is set.
So yeah, we're calling this a harsh verdict for a reason. This isn't some back and forth argument, it's really about delivering a sentence. The whole point is to force our protagonist, Vasudha, to just swallow this crushing new reality. But what's so chilling, what's really twisted, is the logic they use to justify it all.
And what's so fascinating here is how the antagonist frames everything. See, Vasudha is sick, right? And she's been getting care. But that care, it's being completely weaponized. It's not presented as kindness at all. Instead, it's framed as this reluctant, bare minimum act of humanity. It's a justification that just sucks all the warmth right out of the room. And this line just perfectly illustrates the point. The antagonist actually says, "Koi bhi bimar pad ke hamari dehliz par dam tod de," which pretty much means we don't want anyone dying on our doorstep. I mean, just listen to how cold that is. It's this clinical, detached excuse designed to do one thing: inflict the most emotional damage possible. It's making it crystal clear that Vasudha isn't welcome, not even as someone who's sick and needs help.
Okay, so this isn't just about throwing harsh words around. It's about laying down the law. And that cold, calculated humanity we just talked about, well, it builds directly into a very cruel and very clear ultimatum. And there is zero room for negotiation here. The antagonist basically lays out this thorny, one-way street for Vasudha. But here's the really manipulative part. Each demand, each command is cleverly disguised to sound like it's just a simple, logical next step. It's so insidious. So let's really break this ultimatum down point by point. First, she's told, accept Dev is gone forever. Game over. Second, her relationship is called fake and false. Just imagine that, completely invalidating everything she felt. Third, they throw the property in her face, basically saying, you got what you wanted, framing her like she was just some gold digger. And then, the final blow. Now that you have what you supposedly wanted, you have to leave this house. Forever. It's not just an eviction, it's a systematic dismantling of her entire life and her identity in that home. But wait, while all of this high-stakes, explosive emotional drama is going down in one room, the show does something really clever. It cuts away to a totally different kind of conflict. This one's a lot quieter, it's more hidden, but trust me, it's just as important. And that brings us to Avinash. Yeah, where is he in all of this? The show shifts our focus by asking that exact question. So while Vasudha is being emotionally backed into a corner, Avinash is on the phone with Divya, spinning a completely different tale. So you gotta ask, what is he up to? And here is the lie he tells Divya. Meeting ki tayari mein na puri raat jayegi, which basically means this meeting prep is gonna take all night. See? It's the perfect excuse. Totally plausible, designed to kill any suspicion, and, most importantly, buy him some time. But then we get that classic soap opera moment, right? The inner monologue. He's talking to himself, and he admits, "Aapse jhoot bolna para, par bahut jaldi sari sachai bata dunga." He's saying, I had to lie to you, but I promise I'll tell you the whole truth very soon. So, okay, he knows he's lying, he's fully aware, but in his mind, it's just a temporary thing, and he's probably convinced himself it's for a good reason. And this is what makes this whole scene so smart. The writers are using this parallel structure to show us two completely different types of deception happening at the exact same time. It's fascinating. Let's put them side by side and really look at this. I mean, the contrast here couldn't be more stark, right? On one side, you've got Vasudha. Her conflict is out in the open. It's loud. It's emotional. A so-called truth about her past is being shoved down her throat. But then you have Avinash. His conflict is the total opposite. It's hidden, it's quiet, it's calculated. He's not having a truth forced on him. He's actively building a lie about the future.
So where does all this leave us? Well, that's where we get to the unanswered questions. Because the scene does something brilliant. It kind of resolves one conflict. Vasudha's place in the house is decided, for now. But by doing that, it opens up this brand new, simmering conflict with whatever Avinash is hiding. And that's the really precarious balance the scene leaves us with. You have one character literally being forced out the door, her story in that house seemingly over, all because of the antagonist's final word. And at the exact same moment, another character is digging himself deeper into a secret. His real story is just starting to unravel. And that really is the main takeaway here. The scene forces a painful, supposed truth out into the open with Vasudha, while Avinash is carefully burying his. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question. In the world of Vasudha, what do you think is going to cause more damage in the long run? The truth that's been exposed, or the lie that's still being told? Something to think about.